Hello, this is Whispering in Blue, and today I'm going to be answering some viewer submitted questions. And I thought it would be fun, just for funsies, to invite my friend Liberty Whispers to come and interview me. So I feel nice and special. And so, Liberty, are you here?
I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for asking me all these questions. I'm excited. So let's start.
Okay, so your first question comes from Jeff Andrew, and he asks, where do you find your inspiration?
I find my inspiration listening to other whisperers. I've listened to really probably thousands of whisper videos over the last several months, and so many creative people. And I get my inspiration listening to what relaxes other people and reading comments and seeing what other people like, and also just thinking about kind of getting into my own space and into my own body while I'm making the videos and thinking about what relaxes me. Um, so yeah, that's where I find my inspiration.
It's a good place to find it.
Yeah.
Your second question is, what is your favourite thing to do, other than whispering, of course? What do you enjoy doing with your spare time?
I I like to be outside. I like to be outdoors. And so I like to fish a lot. It's one of the probably is my most relaxing thing to do. I love fishing. I always I catch and release. I don't keep fish, but I do that, and most of the time I don't catch anything. I just get to spend some good time out on the lake, and I go early in the morning, and it's nice and quiet, and the air is still cool because it gets pretty hot where I live. And I like to read, and I like to go see good movies. I don't go see movies very often, but I like to go see movies that I've really been looking forward to. Um, I like to play piano, and occasionally I like to knit, but I taught myself how to knit a while back, and that's really relaxing to me. Like, it's something you can do when, I don't know, when you're not really thinking about other things, or when you are thinking about other things. I don't know. It's kind of a mindless thing, just a repetitive thing to do, and it's, you create something out of it. But I just learned how to knit to make Harry Potter scarves. So I made my Gryffindor scarf, and then I kind of stopped knitting, but I do enjoy it. So let me think. Is there anything else? Um, I'm kind of a private person, so I spend a lot of my spare time by myself or with not very many people. Um, but I like to talk to people in my spare time. I like to learn more about people, meet people. Um, Kind of like going to coffee shops and things like that, and just sitting. And I find that um, a lot of times people will either come up to me, or I'll start talking to somebody who's sitting next to me. And I've met some people like that, and I've really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's it. Long answer for a simple question, but that's it.
Well, I think Zacto79 got a lot of value for his question.
Up for her
Oh,
question.
her
She
question.
makes
Oh, I
she
apologise.
makes beautiful, inspirational videos, and she has been skydiving. Interesting fact, and she has her video up of her skydiving.
Oh,
It was very interesting.
I'm,
So hi, Exacto79. I enjoyed that very much. Go check her out.
I will, and I apologise for mixing your gender. I don't know why. Anyway, your third question comes from GNR420S, and it says, may you please show us your face?
That's so polite. Um, I will say this about face videos. I think that they work for some people, and I think it's not that I think I'm hideous or anything like that. I think that by not showing my face, you have an idea of what you think I look like in your mind, and that's relaxing to you. And if the way that I look is is not the way that you have me made up in your mind. That could be distracting, and that could detract from the video. And the whole reason I make whisper videos is not to bring attention to myself, but to relax you guys. And so probably not. The other thing is I really value my privacy, and you know, it would be unlikely that somebody would come across my videos that I know, but I would just rather keep this part of my life to myself. I like having very, very few people that I know that I whisper, and it's my own thing to do, and I do it just to relax other people. So probably, to answer your question, probably not. I'm probably not going to do a face video anytime soon, if ever. So I'm sorry if I disappoint y'all, but I'm not planning on doing a face video.
I think that kind of keeps the mystique of a whisperer, though. I think you said that some people can really kind of make face videos work, but I think a big charm, at least for me, and hopefully many people watching this will kind of feel the same way, is that when you just hear somebody's voice, it just triggers your imagination, and it kind of creates a sort of a mystique about them, and a very sort of I don't know. I quite like just voice videos. That's just my opinion.
See, I do too. I like I think that mystique, that creation of that place where you can go and just whatever you want in your mind, it can happen. I like that. I like that putting the creativity in someone else's mind. I do like some face videos, like Lilium, her face videos, and Danish vlog, just very, very, very relaxing. And there are other people that do face videos. That's fine. I mean, I just saw General Whispering's face video, and she's just, they're all freaking gorgeous, and I think that is that's fine if that's what you want to do. I find that I listen to more videos that aren't face videos, especially because most of the time when I listen to videos, for relaxation, I'm in bed and I'm trying to sleep, so I'm not really watching the video anyway. But I don't know. I like having that. Whatever people's ideal is of me, I don't want to kind of take that away from people. So, and I like the idea of kind of being different to different people. That's kind of a fun thing to think about. So, anyway.
Good answer. Okay, so your next question comes from Di19721 from Cardiff in Wales, and he asks, what countries have you been to, and what countries would you like to go to?
All right. I have been to the UK. I've been to Britain and Wales and Scotland, and let's see. I've been to Belgium and France and Germany and Switzerland and I think Luxembourg, and I've been to Italy and Greece and I don't leave anybody out, and Canada and of course the United States, because I live here, and I've been to all sorts of places in the United States, and I've been to a little island called Anguilla in the British West Indies, and that was fun. I went there with a friend of mine for her wedding, and so it was a small group environment. I'd never been to a tropical island before, so that was a lot of fun. I would like to go visit, I'd really like to go visit Ireland and Poland, and I was thinking about it. I'd like to go to New Zealand and Australia and Denmark and Norway and all these places I haven't been yet. I think that would be so fun. But yeah, those are the places I'd like to go to.
Quite the little international globetrotter, aren't you? Been lots of places.
I traveled a lot when I was a teenager because my my mother and my grandmother decided that they wanted to give my brother and I a cultural experience, and so we went 3 times overseas. First time we went from London to Athens, Greece, in the span of a month, which was the longest trip I've ever been on. And then we went around. The next trip was a year later, and we went around, basically just around Britain and Scotland and Wales. And then the next trip we went to France and Germany. And so that was the 3 big trips that I've taken over there. And it was so much fun. And I will say, though, that I was a little too young to really appreciate all of the fun things that there were to do. But I remember one of my most vivid kind of thinking that was just kind of an interesting experience is I went to a discotheque in Vienna and just danced with random people who didn't speak any English. And I was so young, and I felt so grown up just being in a foreign country at a discotheque, and they played completely different music than we heard here in the States, and it was such an interesting situation. And I apologize, my cat really wants to be in the recording studio in here, and he is beating down the door trying to get in here. So if you hear that, that's what it is. So I apologize. But
okay, so your next question comes from Lixilou B, and they ask, what do you think is the most relaxing sound and why?
Okay. The most relaxing sound to me. Oh, and I think it's Lixilou 8, actually.
Sorry, I can't read.
I don't have my glasses on.
Evidently, I should put my glasses on as well.
Okay. What do you think is the most relaxing sound and why? I think the most relaxing sound, and I'm going to sound like a total weirdo probably. I think the most relaxing sound is like if you're sitting kind of around where little children are, like old enough to where they can talk, and like in their coloring. So you can listen to them like color, but the relaxing sound is just listening to them talk and listening to them voice their thoughts in a way that is not measured. It's not filtered like it is in adults. And so you'll hear them coloring, and they'll be kind of talking to themselves, and then they'll say, "Oh, and I'm going to draw a hat on him because he is very brave," and then they'll make up a backstory for this person that they just drew a hat on, or they just scribbled a little scribble in the corner, and it's something just completely amazing to them. This is a spaceship, it's a rocket ship, and then they're so excited, and they'll just talk to you about, what's in their imagination in a way that adults would never do. And I find the sound of that, just that expression and that childlike excitement about creation and just being excited. I find that so relaxing. That sound and like watching coloring, but not necessarily like very neat coloring, but kind of just coloring, messy coloring, that kind of stuff really relaxes me, and kind of, if we're talking about like whisper chills and stuff like that. I don't know why. I worked with little kids for a while, and so I think maybe it's kind of harkening back to kind of babysitting a lot and just listening to kids. But anyway, yeah. I feel like a weirdo, but that's what I like.
Oh, nonsense. I think that's a very cute and a very sweet kind of relaxing noise, and I think A lot of people will be able to relate with that.